Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are. Welcome back. We are finally at the point that has been so long. The engine is making its way out. Just got off the phone today, actually, with basically a new company on board. So that is going to be gangster. So we're going to see a couple engine bay improvements, along with some maybe painting. But time is kind of going to be tough to do, kind of get everything in and sorted with the tune. However, the 33 is, the socks in there, a little bit of a delay with PD. So I was hoping to actually have a bit more of an update on that, but long story short, PD's had some family emergencies happen, so he's had to attend to that. So it's kind of delayed the gearbox cross member to be made. The engine mounts are in, just the gearbox cross member and then intercooler, and we've got to change some stuff in the engine bay with the bash bar, or not the bash bar, the front Rio or rad support, because initially when PD did all that, yeah, we were going to have the RB. So that's kind of got in the way. Obviously this is kind of the it's a maze. This, like I mentioned, the throttle body is, well, it's not staying NA, so that's that. We're about to just paint inside the door jambs. Like I said in the couple weeks ago vlog, we're not actually sure. The plan was to go B5 burgundy for this car, which is a factory Ford burgundy, which is, when it's painted, it's hot. It's a hot color, but I'm not really the expert in painting that type of paint, even though I've painted this car with this type of paint, but I kind of just refuse to. This is where I'm at. This is me, okay? It's not perfect, but it's good from far, okay? Once there's stickers on it, it's good. So we're at the point to get that out, but I want to kind of show you, because we've actually been digging through, getting all the 33 four-door parts out, and this is kind of torturous, but this is kind of the tail lights that have survived, if you'd call it survived, like that. I remember painting that. That was like, we just need to get by. So those of you know, R33 four-door tail lights have been quite scarce to get. I think this is the thing. How long is this car? This car's been out off the track for like 3-4 years. Be close to 4 years now. So it was hard to get then. So I don't even know what it's like to get now. So we kind of have two-ish, maybe three that are kind of, I don't know, they're still far from perfect. Like there's still a crack there, and there's a crack, and there's a crack there, and I don't know. If there's a company out there that's making lenses for them, that'd be great, because we've got a couple that might need some. Found some headlights, still not perfect. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's a little bit rough, but I think we have to cut it for the intercooler. We found a bunch of guards. I guess in this time frame, Nick's just been jumping on whatever deals came up for panels. Obviously the fronts are all the same as the coupe, but the doors are different and the whole back's different. So they're actually the same length. So if you didn't know, the R33 four-door and the coupe are the exact same wheelbase, despite how they look. You can actually bolt straight on a coupe side skirt straight onto the four-door. You just have to cut it out for the door. So that's that. That's kind of happening. So we should have a bit more later in this vlog how that looks. We got some new parts coming for here and there. Trying to see if I can get a Turbsy sorted, because that one is like 10 years old. And I can just already see it. It's gonna fail when I want to go down and see the boys down at Keep It Reet. I want to do some events down there. The plan is to drive this car down, and I can already see that that's just gonna die halfway down there or something for no reason while I'm towing the trailer, and I'm just gonna have a problem when I get there. Instead of me going to an event to drive, I'm just gonna be hunting for luckily the guy who sells my turbos, Hypergear, is down that way, but then I'll need to get a tune, and then it's like, all that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get a livery. I want to see what happens. I'm going to talk to some of the guys. Yeah, hopefully that happens. But main thing is to get that and this ready for the Revolution GP event, round 1. on the 27th and 28th, I believe it is, of May. So right at the end of the next month. Sadly, it's the same time that Archie's going. So Archie's last event's on the 27th. So me and Nick won't be there. Kind of sucks. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to be crazy. So we're doing that round one at Rally for the Revolution GP. So that's the plan to get these two ready. It's kind of going to be, it's weird because same gearbox, same engine. We're going to run the same wheels. They're going to be most likely the same color. We're probably going to end up painting it beige just because of the time frame. But you know what? It's going to look fresh anyway. And I don't know, we'll just see what happens. But obviously, very similar engine setups. He's actually going to have a slightly bigger turbo because the plan was his to have a little bit more power than Sen's. So we'll see what happens. But we're just going to basically get out. I'm going to have a look at some stuff that we can see. And this vlog as well. Hopefully the new parts will rock up and I'll be able to share it with you guys. So that'll be gangster. Alright, in case there's people wondering, like, where the heck are you guys? Well, you're gonna laugh because, as many of you guys know, I've told you, we started, well, before A House was A House, it was our other company, O'Barry's Mechanical. So that was us since 2015 when we started. But before we actually started the shop, we had the shop to basically work on our car. So my Laurel Nix 33, which was actually not this one. This is the second four-door that we reshelled into. And the whole purpose of that was to basically doing what we're doing in this shed, and that's working on our cars after hours. So obviously the whole like, yep, let's get it happening, all that stuff. And basically it pushed us out with all the work stuff, all the parts, all the other stuff that we've, collected over time for, emergencies like doors, diffs and things like that. Basically pushed us out. So this car's 33's been off the thing to be done for so long because we just haven't had the time and space, and it just doesn't make sense to be doing a full rebuild on a car, our own car, and not doing, your guys' car. So we actually finally have a shed, Nick's shed, to actually do our cars. So that's what we're in here. Got a few tools. So we should hopefully have enough to do. I feel like it's going to be cold in here as it's coming in winter. So that's exciting. But also the floor, yeah, it's not E85 friendly, as I found out the night before. So I did start pulling everything off. But I didn't have the camera, and I couldn't be stuffed driving all the way back to go get it. So that's it. So we've got a new shed basically just to do, Nick's cars and some of the drift cars in here that just kind of like the engine things. They just need more space because our current shop is quite small. This just allows us to get some projects done out of the way without things being moved during the day, and then we can kind of finish work, head off, make it down here, and just get some other things done after hours and, without anyone coming in and stuff like that. So that is that. So you'll finally see cars actually getting done at a better rate, which I'm excited about, and Nick's pretty excited about despite his tired look there, but it's been a long time coming. And it's funny because it's been like 4 years, and all of a sudden he's like, all right, tune's booked, Alan's booked for wiring, and that's all like weeks away. I love it. Alrighty, Angina is... Alright, so apologies there guys, I've ran out of batteries for the camera, so unfortunately I can't show you fully what happened with the engine there. However, hasn't moved for the last few days. But what I was going to let you know about was Rajab Racing Products have actually jumped on board, which is amazing. And they have hooked us up with the Barra Plenum. So as you guys might not know, this Plenum, same one that we've put on the 33, is effectively goes on all the socks and the barrows, because they've got the bolting pattern is the same for the tops. So we've got that. We've also got a turbo exhaust manifold that they have made. So it is basically like the barrow style turbo manifold, but for the single cam intakes. Oh, apologies there, battery died again. I need to make a complaint to GoPro because the batteries are lying, but yes. So Rajab do the exhaust manifold for the intake, which is that same style. So we've got one of them coming out. I'm hopefully trying to get a turbo from Hypergear, so see if that happens. And basically the car, I need to find my cam, but I had a Spec 3 cam to go into it. I don't know what I've done with it, somewhere gone. So hopefully that'll go in. Benny will give it a new tune. Alan's going to wire in the sensor that I forgot, which was for the E85 content sensor. So we can tune it on both E85 and 98 at a later stage, so I can drive it down to you guys in Victoria. I'm keen to do some Keep It Read events, so that's kind of the only reason I haven't driven it down there, because I don't know what E85 is around there, so I don't want to run out of fuel. So that's that. So hopefully next week we've got a few things going on at the shop. Quite a lot of stuff in my life personally happening right now, so it's going to be tricky, but nonetheless, and yeah, because we're down as effectively a staff member at the shop, so you guys are smashing us with online orders, which is good, but just makes it crazy here. So but it allows us to keep going, so thanks for that. So we'll basically, next few weeks, we should hopefully have the things happening on the AU and the 33, as at this point Petey's another week behind from the family things, so that's making it quite difficult. But Alan is at the car wiring it, which is gangster. So that'll be all for this week. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next week with some more stuff. Also chucked in a couple laps just at Archie. It was a chaotic day, quite a bit of carnage. I got a late kind of entry spot there. They couldn't get my car out from where it was parked, so I had to just drive Nick's for a little bit, and managed to not break anything. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. We'll see you soon. Yeah, well, good afternoon, good on wherever you are. I'm going to attempt skids with the boys. Aggressive, which will mean if you do a slight error, you're probably going to get your car pumped into. So that's kind of happened. So but anyway, I was real late entrance, see if I got a spot, but my car got parked 10 cars deep behind the thing. So I don't even know how much time's left. I don't know, I think there's like 20 minutes left, and I'm in Nico's circuit, Nick's car, and hopefully I'm going to do some laps with this, but it is quite chaotic. I'm going to attempt this, but there's one culprit from Daigasano. Yeah, but Sam's car is still working, so we're just going to see what we do, eh?